Hey everybody, it's Leif Erikson Day. Hinga-dinga-der. From visionary director Robert Eggers comes another period piece, but instead of a 19th century New England tale of witches and black magic, or a 19th century New England tale of lighthouse sailors with cabin fever, instead we have here a Viking epic tale in 10th century Old England. The innovation and formula is massive here. Seriously though, this was really epic. The Northman. The plot really reminded me of The Lion King, actually. A young and upcoming Viking prince goes on a tale across the northern lands between after witnessing the murder of his father and the complete dismantle of his kingdom entirely. That's about it in plot, actually. The presentation here really carries what would be a rather bland, by-the-numbers revenge story that we've seen many times already. Just like Robert Eggers' other two features to his name, where he takes a rather obscure period in human history where there were certainly many folk tales and certainly many legends and myths. Therefore, Robert is able to really go crazy when it comes to writing his scripts and just really letting go and letting his dark imagination run rampant. And so far, they've been a joy to behold. The Witch was unsettling and creepy. The Lighthouse was ambitious and bold, and he does it once again here with the Northman, for sure. The production design took forefront for me here. What appears to be sets shot completely on location in isolated regions make the landscapes and authenticity of the Viking setting on par with that of Game of Thrones even, and that it takes on a more fictionalized medieval setting, where rather here it seems to be a much more grounded take on what is an overabundant time period when it comes to many different series that have exaggerate or bring a more fictional twist on the Viking setting as a whole, just like a Game of Thrones setting, where George R.R. Martin took the medieval setting and just added a lot more mythos to it. Alongside the large-scale sets comes what seemed to be a case of all-natural lighting, it seemed, with the cinematography. The last time I took notice of this was in 2015's The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, where the whole movie was shot entirely in all-natural lighting when it came to the sun being the primary source of light during daytime, while relying on just natural sources of lighting for exterior or interior night scenes, whether it's fire or just other luminescent sources of light, such as the moonlight. Cinematographers really have to get a lot more creative when it comes to incorporating all natural lighting, especially when it comes to night sequences. Long takes and tracking shots, both among talking scenes and action sequences, really make for a truly immersive experience. As for the sound design and soundtrack, it puts a booming sensation to your gut with heavy bass and triumphant trumpets during high action sequences. Even during more laid-back scenes involving fortune tellers or just expositional scenes, the sound design really creeps up on your neck and really gives you the chills due to enhanced reverb effects to the talent's line deliveries. Even someone giving simple exposition feels so much more important and impactful than it usually would due to this attention to detail in the sound design. Now, when it came to the action, there were certainly some jaw-dropping moments of gruesome violence displayed for sure, as we expect with a Viking tale. I mean, it's a period of time known for its barbaric? How barbaric they are?
We've been known to liberate. What the hell? You can't do that!
I can't believe how much I'm learning.
There were a few moments where the blocking among the fight choreography felt as if it was shot to either hide sluggish fighting choreography. I mean, I can't complain too much there because Vikings are known for being sluggish and brooding, beefy ass Vikings. They're not known for being swift ninjas. Or the choreography was shot to hide some moments of gory finishers, which was quite jarring actually, because we get plenty of gratuitous violence here, but some moments where you really wanted to see it go all the way. Sometimes the way the action was framed, it was shot intentionally to want you desiring more. There were plenty of gore even outside of fight sequences, so to believe the filmmakers were attempting to hide some of the gore is a bit far-fetched. Either way, more than enough fight sequences were certainly present to quench my thirst for blood and just gruesome, gratuitous violence for sure. I should call my therapist. The performances all around were disturbingly memorable, as each character in this tale are not exactly sane by what the world would consider sane by today's standards, and it made me grateful that I didn't live in this time period for sure. It would have been film, just like The Witch and The Lighthouse, we see so many displays of such disturbing moments where these characters do such bizarre behavior that is akin to the time period, and again just amplifies just how barbaric and how raw and gruesome this time period was in world history. Every single actor had at least one truly impactful moment that will chill you to your spine, and Eggers' writing style of lingering on a character, going off on a long monologue, really encapsulated and enthralled me to the dedication of the talent on screen. The gripes I have with this movie are pretty minimal or minor compared to the elements that really pleased me or just entertained me. Perhaps the first is the same issue I had with The Lighthouse. Sometimes it was just too difficult to decipher what a character is saying due to the thick Nordic accents. I would really advise watching this one with subtitles if you plan to not watch this in theaters but plan to watch it later. I guess the runtime could have been a bit cut down, a bit shorter, maybe about like 20 to 30 minutes at most, or at least 15 to 20 minutes just to be a little bit more lenient. Some scenes early on in the first act were certainly a bit slow compared to even expositional scenes that you would consider slow in the second and third acts, but by that point in the movie, the stakes among the main character have been well established and the danger is heightened by so much. Lastly, this one honestly in a strange way contributes to what makes this movie so unique and actually what makes this movie great: the lack of expositional information to the bizarre and supernatural imagery associated with the Norse mythology, religions, and customs. Many moments you will be confused as to what you are seeing the actors doing on screen, and it may even make you feel uneasy at times. These elements are the true definition of showing and not telling us though. The filmmakers deliberately take you on a journey of showing you just how extreme these Vikings live and waste no time holding your hand by showing an exposition machine of a character or of a MacGuffin, just explaining in detail every single thing you are seeing on screen. These moments can lead you astray in confusion for brief moments, but overall, the central simple story of revenge takes center stage here for sure, and all the bizarre visuals just make for a more impactful experience. According to my last research on this movie's opening, it is not doing too well last time I checked when it came to the box office. We need more movies like this. We need bold filmmakers to take financial risk and to take a risk into putting a different take and a twist on an already pre-established formula that we have seen many times already. A little bit of obscurity is what we need in mainstream movies now. Otherwise, we're just gonna have the same constantly rehashed safe bet movies till the end of time. Nothing wrong with those type of movies, but it's nice to have both. It's nice to have both movies, ones that are very straightforward and streamlined and ones that are able to take a bold risk every now and then. Go and support this movie, please. 8 out of 10. Epic visuals and set pieces not afraid to really get strange with the technique of show, don't tell.
Happy